As you guys know, if you've been around the channel for a long time, you know that I have been working on my own LUTs. I've been using them for probably around a year. Stuff that I've made, stuff I've been working with a friend of mine on who's a trained colorist in DaVinci Resolve. And we've finally come to a conclusion and we've built LUTs in DaVinci from scratch that I'm really, really excited about. Now I know what you're thinking. Okay, here comes another, video creator on YouTube who does filmmaking who's selling his own LUTs. Yeah, I know it's played out. Everybody sells them. I get it. But for me, I genuinely love these LUTs and I set out to create them. I took my time. I figured out what look I liked. I use the C70 extensively. I use other people's LUTs. I use my own LUTs. And now I finally landed on these creations that we've made. And I'm really, really happy with them. And I think they complement how I expose my images on the C70 with C-Log 2. And I'm really, really excited to share these with you guys. Now, what are these LUTs for? These are not going to be your end-all finished looks. These LUTs are designed to push you in the right direction. They are Rec. 709 conversions for C-Log 2 Cinema Gamut. So any C-Log 2 Cinema Gamut, these LUTs will in theory work with them. I've personally tested them on the Canon C70 and the Canon C200. Those are the two cameras that I have that shoot C-Log 2. I've tested it on those. The footage looks great. These are designed to convert you to Rec. 709 and then push you in a direction. Some of them are very natural, very standard. Some of them focus on a really smooth highlight curve, highlight roll off. Some of them push you in a stylized direction, but they're not gonna be your finishing LUTs. These are designed to get you to the point where then you can begin to actually go for your stylized look. These LUTs are designed to take care of all the basics and all of the dirty work and get your image to a finalized look so that you can begin to then stylize for the look that you're going for and for whatever your project may need. In that intro shots of all the beach stuff, there was no other color correction used. This was straight C-Log and then dropped on conversion. So you can use them as your finished product if you really want to. But if you're like me and sometimes you like to go for more stylized looks, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll grade on my clips and then on an adjustment layer I do some more stylized edits. So in terms of shifting hues, shifting colors, adjusting things like that. But for the most part, these LUTs will get you 95% of the way there, and the rest of the 5% is up to you and however your project needs the footage to look. So that's what I love about these, because they still employ creativity. They still push you guys and whoever uses them to create something that is unique and is their own, but they do a lot of the heavy lifting on some of the basics. It's like going to college and taking your gen ed classes. These are basically your gen ed classes done for you, and then now you can actually focus on your major. You can focus on the things that you're interested in. You guys have been seeing these LUTs for the last few months, whether you realize it or not. I've been testing them, I've been using them, I've been trying to find and nail down all the details so I can make sure that they're exactly what I would want to purchase if I spent my hard-earned money on something before I sell them to you guys. I've loved them so far, but I know everybody uses their C70 differently. Now, I will say, these LUTs are not designed to be exposed heavily to the right. These are designed for maybe a stop over. That's how I like to use my C70. I find that the shadow and highlight retention in this camera is amazing. So if you could try to nail exposure in camera with these LUTs, that's when they're gonna perform best. But even if you do overexpose, like I've done before, it's gonna feel really bright when you apply them, but you can really just bring down the highlights, bring down some of the midtones, and it'll adjust nicely because of the dynamic range of the C70 and how well the image holds up, but expose more towards the middle. That's where I found that I get the best results out of the C70. So that's kind of where I've developed these LUTs to sit. So if you like the way I color grade, a lot of you guys have asked in the past, do I have my own LUTs? This is your chance. You can buy these LUTs right now in the description. I'm not gonna wear this link out on you guys. I'm not gonna constantly be pushing it, but just know, if you like my color grading and you wanna know how I get 95% of the way there, it's with these LUTs. Now in this pack, you're gonna get 8 different LUTs, some that take you to just a basic Rec 709 conversion, some that are gonna push you in more of a stylized direction, and I'm really proud of each of these. So now I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of this LUT pack, kind of one by one, and we'll go through and kind of talk about what each of these does in terms of how it affects your color and your footage. The first LUT is going to be a black and white LUT. It is a great black and white conversion. I've loved having a black and white conversion in my arsenal because sometimes you might want to do something different, and I find that this one is really nice. It keeps contrast. It doesn't get too washed out, but it also doesn't get too crushed. It's a good balance. Really love the black and white when you want to do something different. There's also a LUT called Cine Print. Now this is going to be designed to give you the smoothest highlight roll off. It's going to bring exposure down. It's going to make it really soft, a little bit darker, less bloomed highlights, more of a soft kind of mid-tone look. So if you want something interesting, something different, this is a great choice for that. If you want a little less contrast and something more soft and even, this is the one to go with. Now the next one in the pack is called Clean White. This is going to be something that's going to be more of a basic, bright, more highlight bloomed, more commercial high key kind of a look. That's what this one's going to get you. So if you really want something more high key and you want just a basic kind of high contrast look, Clean White is the way to go. Now the next 3 in the pack are Duotone, Earth, and Kodak. These are going to be your more stylized looks. These are going to push you in a color direction. They're going to adjust some of the colors, shift some things around. My favorite in this pack is probably Duotone and Earth. They're my favorite. They just push me in a cool direction. I like it a lot. They're great for more of a uniform look across all your footage. You drop these on, everything will kind of start to look the same. When you want that color harmony across your film, these are the way to go. Kodak's also great. It's more of a vintagey kind of feel, more blue shadows. It's got a cool look, especially if you're going for something more old school. Kodak's the way to go too. Now next on the list you have Natural, which is going to be your more basic Rec 709 conversion. Nothing crazy going on here, pretty basic. This is a great starting point if you really want to push for a stylized look and you want to control everything that's happening. Go with Natural. It's going to take you to Rec 709. Then you're going to be at a good starting point to then create your stylized look from there. And then the last one on the list is going to be Soft Cinema. This is one of my favorite ones out of all of them. It is the perfect balance to me of contrast but smooth highlight roll off. It's my favorite. It's probably the one that I use the most. I find that it gives me the best starting point for footage, and then I can always adjust exposure. You can adjust those highlights up or down depending on what you're going for. But to me, this gives me the most balanced result right out of the gate. So you have 8 amazing LUTs in this pack. I'm really proud of them. I can't wait for you guys to use them and let me know what you think. Make sure that you give me some feedback on them. Hit me up on Instagram at Brock Roberts Films. Hit me up there. I would love to talk to you. Send me a message if you're using the LUT pack, what you like about it, what you don't like. I'd love to hear from you. Color grading can be tough. I know for me personally, I've struggled with it over the years. I've gotten a lot better, but I still have a lot more to go. LUTs are a great way for you to get your footage from log, flat, gross log, to a beautiful Rec 709, and then begin to push you in a stylized direction so that you can create color harmony across all your films. And that's what this LUT pack is designed to do. Now I have a special discount for you guys who are watching this YouTube video. The only way you're gonna get this code is through this video. So if you have it, you know you're special, you're a part of the YouTube family. I appreciate you guys. I wanna give you guys the first dibs and a little bit of a discount. So now when you click the link in the description to go buy the LUTs, if you put in the discount code section, fix it in post in all caps, that'll give you 25% off this entire LUT pack. And that is discount just for my YouTube people. So make sure that when you click that link, you put in the discount code, fix it in post in all caps, give you that 25% off. And that is just my thank you to you for being a part of this journey, being a part of this community that we've built here on YouTube, however small it may be. I'm thankful for each and every one of you, those who always watch and check out my stuff. So make sure you put in that discount code so you get that 25% off. So yeah, the LUTs are finally here. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let me know if you buy them and you use them. Hit me up on Instagram. Let me know what you think about them, things I could change in the future, an updated version. I'd love to hear from you. So hit me up on Instagram at Brock Roberts Films, send me a DM or drop a comment here. I'll be glad to hit you up here as well. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.